Now, Lieutenant Baird, begin with the last time we saw each other.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Gears of War Judgment Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Section 4, State Street Rooftops. This walkthrough is going to help you get all the stars and do the declassified missions. So I wouldn't get too attached to your weapons for the most, because it makes you use Boltox and fucking all sorts of nonsense. Look at it. We had a Bushka and a Markser, and now we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing to show for it either. But this sequence is not too difficult. I don't think you'll have any real problems with it. Just stay smart, stay in cover, and just pop some heads. It's not too bad at all. It's a nice looking level too. But I use the side of these steps as cover, because it just works. And if it works, just use it. It's that simple. You know, a lot of the times when I look at these videos and I watch this stuff back, there's a tendency to try and overcomplicate what's happening, but there's just no need, because it is that simple, you know. Just kill folk. Just kill folk ad nauseum. Point your gun, stay safe, shoot dudes. And Gears is no different. In fact, Gears is one of the better feeling games for it. And this Boltok is vicious. It doesn't mess about. You don't even need the actives, it still performs. It's a great weapon. But the one question that I've been avoiding asking myself throughout the duration of this guide, not for any real reasons, just other than the videos have been so short, and the longer ones have actually needed me to tell you of, you know, my thought process and the best ways to get through them. Luckily enough, this one is a little bit more leisurely, a little bit more ambiguous. You can get through this just with intelligence and a good trigger finger. And the question is, should you buy this? Because a lot of people are feeling Gears fatigue, which I feel it too. I did not think after 3 there was going to be another Gears for, you know, any time soon. I perhaps expected one for the next Xbox, seeing as how it's been thrown around all the time, you know, the new Xbox, the new PlayStation. But I didn't expect this game. I didn't. And when it was announced, I couldn't care less. You know, when it was released, I couldn't care less. I bought this game so that I could make this guide. I did. I bought this for YouTube, and a lot of people disagree with that. And to those people, it's simple, really. One of my favourite hobbies at this moment in time is making videos and putting them on the internet. If you know, how can it be wrong to do something that you love? I don't. It just seems very strange to me. The consequence of this is I'm not as passionate about this game as I probably should be. And that's not to say it's a bad game, because it isn't. It's just they've taken the least interesting characters and given them even more real estate to weave a story that isn't even good. Like, Gears have never had a good story. They can't. They're a manly, meaty action game. You shoot people. You can't overcomplicate it with plot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a storyteller myself. I love a good narrative. I can't wait to get my, you know, to turn on BioShock Infinite, which I'm about to do once I do these commentaries, and just uncover the world, just listen to the story, because it's going to be amazing. But Gears has never had that, and I don't think it ever will. I'd love it to. That's not saying they should give it to Ken Levine. It's just a case of game stories nowadays are all very similar, and they're all very similarly bad, and it's all because there doesn't seem to be the best way of writing a story for this kind of media. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy to make good stories anyway, let alone in a media where the player can immediately get a disconnect by doing something silly, because you're controlling the art, and that's one of the most difficult things to do. But should you buy the game, bringing this back to the point? The campaign is short, there's no getting away from it. They've given you a second campaign, which is shorter than some of the levels on this game. It makes no sense. The single-player assortment of features in this game is lacking. There is no Horde mode. There is a survival mode, which is apparently a watered-down tower defense version of Horde mode, which is a bad idea in my view. I haven't played it, so I can't really judge it. There's the new Overlook mode, which is beast mode against humans. You know, beast mode was fun, but was it that fun that it needs its own feature-rich section of a game? I don't know. I haven't really played it. I look forward to sampling. And then they've changed things in the multiplayer, which are cardinal in my eyes. You know, now there's free-for-all because kills can't be stolen by stealing people's downs. It just... I don't know, guys. You know, if you're fatigued, is this game going to change your mind? No, it's not, because it doesn't do enough. If you're a hardcore fan and you're here for nuance, you're going to see a lot of differences in this game, and some of them you're going to hate. Like, the stuff they've done to the controls and the way the game plays, it's a big thing. Like, Gears has always been a game that feels good and is simple, and they've simplified simple, which is almost insulting at times. You know, 2 fucking weapons? This is not Halo. There was a weapon for every situation. The fact that you had 3 at every given time was a bonus. It's so strange. I don't want this game to be reviewed unfairly because of fatigue. Like, Assassin's Creed 3 is a fantastic game. The fact that I'm not having as much fun with it as I could be is all entirely down to how much they burnt me out with those spin-off cash-in sequels. Like, it's not you know, their fault that my patience with that series wasn't as high as I would like it to be. And it's the same with Gears. I didn't want this game, but when I played it, I enjoyed it, and I never got bored, and I will play more of it, which to me is the sign of a good game. And I think a lot of people are going to be the same. They're going to be, oh, I don't really want another Gears, and then they're going to play it, and then they're going to realise, you know, I love Gears. Gears is great. It's just that thing where, in a year's time, if there's another one, where does it end? Like, this game did a lot of interesting things. It did a lot of different things. But it all could have been DLC for Gears 3. You know, Gears 3 is still in its life cycle. They haven't even started doing all the DLC events yet, which tells you that Gears is still doing its thing. And I don't know if that's because the guy who initiated that stuff left Epic. I don't really know. I mean, the company that made this game was supervised by Epic, but it wasn't them. And they've done a stellar job of making a Gears game feel different. But it feels different because it feels like it's a step back. And it's a step back in function, but a step forward in some features. The declassified stuff is great. You know, I like it a lot. I think it's an interesting take on the series. The spawn system is great. It's interesting, it's new. 2 weapons? That is such a step back. Why? To change weapons? That's an even bigger step back. Casual grenade throw? Nobody wanted casual grenade throw. You know why? Because when somebody pulls grenades out, you can see they have grenades. You know what they're going to do. You either respect it or you pay the price. On this game, they can just toss them from the hip. And it's not the same. No down but not out. You know, a lot of features that don't make any sense. It's just strange, guys. But it's still a good game. In the face of all these features, it's still Gears, and it's still great. It's just different. And I think that different is going to isolate a lot of people, because not everybody wants change on their franchise. And I admire the team for taking the balls to do this, because changing core features, core mechanics on a sequel is suicide to me. And they did it, and it still somehow stands up. It's just not to my preference. But there's your 3 stars, guys. I hope it helped. Not too challenging of a level, considering the ones we've done. Thanks for watching, and you take care now.